Welcome to the Las Vegasville podcast, brought to you by Jump Studios, where we cover topics related to everything happening around Sin City, including the social media scene, food, and a whole lot more, with some of the best, most popular accounts around the city, and talk about their success in Vegas and beyond. I'm your host, Philip Zhang, aka Las Vegas Phil. Check me out on IG or TikTok. On with the show. All right, welcome to this week's show. We're talking influencer events and all the freebies we get because of our social media accounts. As accounts become more popular, emails and DMs start pouring in from marketing and PR companies, and the purpose of that is for us to cover the event, product, or whatever it is. I believe influencer events, at least in the food realm, maybe started around 2015. The initial core group that included still popular accounts like Unlocked, Social Sammy, Ryu Sauce, and Happy Tummy 702. All of those guys were actually brought together from these events. They actually a lot of them didn't even know each other. And as the number of accounts increased, like me and others like the Las Vegas Foodie, these events in 2017 and 18 were cool and exciting. Getting those initial emails from the likes of Bread and Butter, 17, PR Plus, and more gave people like a certain feeling that they've made it, or at least reached a certain level that they felt like there was some sort of accomplishment. And for some of the lucky ones, we've gotten to experience some priceless moments. Detractors may call us a bunch of shills, but this is the name of the game, and this is just how it is. And we'll get into all that with this awesome panel right here. Here with me today on my far right is Lauren J Parry, who is a popular style blogger sharing fashion, mom life, family outings, and her favorite products. As a former NCAA Division I gymnast, she also loves to share workouts along with her fitness and buffness with stellar pics. Originally hailing from Houston, she's been a Vegas resident for a few years now with her 2 kids and her husband, Brett. So with over 65K on IG, 6K on TikTok, along with her excellent blog at outfitsandoutings.com. Welcome, Lauren, to the show.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. What are you wearing today?
I'm wearing an Alani sweatshirt.
Okay.
And then I also wore some shoes that have been gifted to me by Mark Fisher, and then a ring by Mika. And we've got our little drinks here, too. Yeah.
Showed up. You had talked about maybe doing the podcast on a hot tub
Yes.
that you got sent for free?
Yes.
What?
Pretty awesome gift, yeah.
Like a full-on hot tub.
Yes, it seats 12 people. So if we ever want to film there, we're totally welcome.
We could have some fun.
I'm in the wrong space. Holy shit. Always awesome having Cody Musler on the show, better known as Local Livin'. From food to style to Vegas, gems, and travel. Cody covers a lot of bases, and the public loves it because they're invested in her and all that she does, with over 270K on TikTok and 54K on IG. Great to have Cody back on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Love being here.
Cody. What are you wearing?
Oh, I'm wearing a full-on Pizza Hut gear outfit. I went to a Pizza Hut event, and they had a gifting room, so you got to go shopping in Pizza Hut gear.
So LA.
Yeah, it was pretty bad because I'm a shopaholic. So I just thought I would take one of everything, and Charlie had to tell me to stop because they also had fake nails, they had sunglasses, they had hats, and he was like, "You can only take a few things." So this is one of the few items I got. Yeah, it was fun. I think every company should do a gifting wardrobe room.
That's a great idea.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I totally disagree with Charlie there. What is he, your dad?
I know.
That was not cool.
I guess he lives with me, so he sees my closet space, and he's like, "Girl, you need no more clothes."
The nails would have been nice.
The nails would have been. I could have worn. No, I didn't, and I regretted it because today when I was getting ready, I'm like, "Shit, I could have had those nails."
Fire.
That would have been perfect.
I know. It's okay. Next time.
Hopefully
they invite me again.
And if you're watching this, you probably like influencers eating their food. JT gets more popular by the day with his food videos, and it's great to have him back, making another appearance in the studio with over 148K on IG, 139K on TikTok, and 16K on YouTube. Welcome, JT, back to the show.
Thanks, man.
And a founding Vegas Brunch Boys member. I got to mention that. Shout out to Jay the Ruler for the new hat and swag.
Yes.
We'll support that in another episode. Maybe we'll do an episode of VBB.
Oh.
That'd be fun.
What are you wearing? You got a mix.
I got all kinds of stuff, bro. I got the Coke Zero robe that they sent me. With
I
the
like
Coke
this.
Zero on the back.
Zero.
Like about to go into the
material's
boxing.
nice.
It's on the back.
Yeah.
I've never actually worn it until just now, so yeah, cool. I got the Area 15 sweater.
I remember
holiday
when
sweater.
a bunch of us got that. Authentic PR sent those.
Yeah. And it was like a holiday party that they decked out, which was really cool, really fun. Got my Shake Shack mug with lemonade, and cheers.
Cheers.
I feel left out.
You should have gotten one.
Yeah.
What do you have?
So I didn't realize that we actually have given away or donated a lot of our swag. So what I thought we had in the house does not exist any longer. So TikTok sent me this full-on hoodie, maybe winter 2021. So that's what I'm sporting. It's kind of cheesy. It says like creator on the leg and the arm, and it's a full-on.
I should have worn
love
it.
it.
I have a TikTok hat that says creator. I should have worn it. That would have been cool.
Oh, you know what? That reminds me.
Oh.
LaCroix hat.
Oh, that is
Oh,
so
that's
cute.
dope. Nice. Perfect.
I'm
Goes with the
switching-
cherries. Too. Look at the cherries on
I
top.
know. Color
the cherries.
coordinated.
I'm going to switch
They
to
might
being
be
a lifestyle
competitors, I
creator.
don't know.
She's just about to run the whole show.
I think so. I would like to hear more about that for sure. Well, yeah, we'll get into that. But let's get into influencer invites, events, how that kind of all works. Normally, it's just emails, right? They just reach out and say, hey, this is happening,
Unless they're fancy,
unless they're fancy.
like Resort World.
Oh, yeah.
Resort World sent a whole like box, and inside there was like a TV screen that was like playing their commercial as the invite.
What?
It was legit. That was probably one of my favorite invites I've ever gotten.
Interesting.
Was that the opening?
That was the grand opening, yeah. I mean, the grand opening event was the coolest thing I think we've had in Vegas so far.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, but
How do you feel about getting stuff sent to your house, and do you have a P.O. box?
I do not.
I do not.
I should.
Yeah, I feel like as
No.
we get more popular, giving away the home address seems more iffy.
I think I vet the email that it's coming from at least a little bit, so I know that it's not just some random person like asking for my address.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
what I do
You guys
too. I
vet
make
it.
sure it comes from like a source that I trust, or I've talked to in person, or I know the PR company. Usually ours, I would say, come from in-state. So we've met some of the people from the PR companies and the marketing companies, but yours might come from out of state. So how do you
I have
vet
a
it?
little
Because
of both. I've tried to cut down on how much I receive because it gets a little out of control. But you start to get to know these PR contacts, and a lot of them represent multiple companies, so you know who you can trust. But I mean, daily I'm just deleting
emails.
emails on, they want to send you something because it's just a lot.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing you've gotten?
That I've accepted or
No,
turned down.
that you've turned down. That you've turned down. Maybe.
Oh man, I've had some like sex toys.
I was just
probably.
gonna say I've also
Yeah.
had that. So I feel like if I've had that, you've
Yeah.
for sure had that. Yeah.
Any sex toys, Phil?
No.
You've never had any.
No.
You've never had that invite.
Maybe a sliced cucumber.
I've gotten a toy as a
email.
gift. I do not have it, Mom, if you're listening to this, but like I have gotten, like that has come in a box. I've also from, I think that event, from the Area 15
There's one?
event, in the, can I say any of this? Is this
Absolutely.
I don't know who's watching, but I'm so sorry. Plug your kids' ears. There was a threesome ornament in my gift box from that, from Area 15 party. And I hang it on my tree every year, and I hope someone sees.
It's a good conversation starter.
People are like, "Are they hugging?" I'm like, "Yeah, for sure."
Do you sneak it in later? Or you just put it
It's-
up.
Yeah, we just put it. We just put it up,
Okay.
and whoever sees
Front
it
and
sees
center.
it. I mean, I'm pretty open about things around my family, so I'm not like it's not that weird. It's a little weird, but like. Anyways, you said the weird things, and
Yeah, it happens.
So I want to hear more about what you get in the mail because it's definitely different than us. So clothes,
Yes.
makeup.
So I receive skincare, makeup, bags. My bag right here, MZ Wallace. They send me. A lot of brands send quarterly products.
oh,
So, shoes quarterly. I do receive some things from restaurants, but it's I get a lot of fun stuff.
For
Stuff
sure.
for my kids, stuff for my house.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of lifestyles do the furniture stuff and the partnerships, and that's like,
Yeah.
that's a dream.
yeah, it is a dream.
Yeah. It's fun.
And then you get to choose the shoes that they send you.
A lot of times they'll have a line sheet with their newest products,
Okay.
and they ask you your top 3 styles, what your size is, and your address. And then, so it's still a little bit exciting when it arrives. You don't know which one you're going to get, but you have a general idea. Yeah.
Interesting. How often are you guys going to local PR invited events these days?
Ooh. I try to not go to too many, but I like to go because they're fun sometimes. I don't film at them, though, a lot of the time. Like, I filmed at Old Red the other day, and that was a really rare one. I don't usually film at, like, the grand opening parties or the media invite parties because it's not a customer experience. So I feel like I'm not showing my audience what they're actually going to receive. So I don't like to film them. But sometimes I go. I mean, everyone needs a good night out sometimes.
That view, though, was amazing.
The view, oh my gosh. I was so happy with the view. The Bellagio fountains.
It looks like a cool
right in
venue.
front.
Yeah.
It takes
But-
a lot for me to leave my kids at night, so it has to be something really good for
For you to go.
me to actually go.
How about you, JT?
Well, I think back a couple years ago, I would go to like pretty much every single one. That has significantly fell off now. I think I pick and choose definitely the ones that are, actually speak to me and I actually want to go. I feel like I'll go more, but I've definitely like stopped going to as many.
And it's interesting because you mentioned like I wasn't planning on shooting, or sometimes I don't want to shoot. And is it because like everyone's just shooting the same shit?
Yeah, both. I mean,
Right.
you get there and like the other night, and this is I don't mean to talk badly about the event because it was a great event, but in my perspective, I don't like to shoot buffet type content because it's not plated. It's not what, like I said, my audience will receive when they go. So I prefer not to shoot like that. So when I go and I see that, I'm like automatically out. I'm like, well, now I'm not filming here because I didn't get the full experience that someone else will. I don't want to just show something new that's happening. I really want to show what it's like and what they're going to experience when they walk in as a customer. So I think that's why. But also, I mean, kind of the same content. But that's how we started, right? We all had the same content. We all went to the same events. So I think it's my job to decide when I post it so I'm not like on top of people. And then if I am, then, that's happens sometimes. We all do the same thing sometimes.
True. Lauren, give me an example of an event where it was worth getting a sitter leaving the house.
I mean, do we want to talk about the one where we all where we
We're
all
going to
met?
talk about that after,
Okay.
but like a local one.
A local one. Let's see. Oh, okay, I love a good Station Casinos event. So Rouge Room, I've been to some really great events. Anytime they invite me to something, we are getting a sitter. My husband is coming, and we have so much fun. I'm trying to think. If any more come to me, I'll let you
Rouge
know.
Room's totally
Yeah.
absolutely. Or station events
Yeah.
are always good.
They put on good events.
Yeah, but it's interesting how initially when you get invited, you just go to every one of them because it's just so cool.
It's fun, yeah.
And then we get jaded because if we blow them up and the PR gets the credit, and then now we're at the level where some people are just asking for money or don't get invited anymore or just stop going to events completely. So it's kind of like this crazy hill.
Right.
I think that's where I won't say the creator who said this, but I spoke to a creator a while ago who told me that they choose to go to the grand openings as an invited guest. They never feel pressure to film. And if the company wants this creator to film, then they should reach out. And then it is at that point they discuss money or anything that needs to be brought about for the deliverables. So I think it's interesting that you say that with the people are asking for money for grand openings, because I've always kept that creator's mindset in my brain when I'm deciding to go to a grand opening, like, oh, okay, I'm an invited guest. This is not meant for filming. And I don't know, I think it's helped me a lot.
Yeah, I think in the last couple of years I've kind of done the same thing where I used to film like 4 grand openings and like try to shoot like the buffet style line with like the half-eaten buffet line. And it's just like, it's not really the best content, but like just trying to enjoy the experience and see what they have set up.
Yeah.
You know, they have photo booths, they have open bar, they have you know, cool celebrities there. You know, that's all cool and stuff, and you can snap shots here and there, but like to make a full like video from it is like asking for a lot, right?
Yeah.
Especially when it's like crowded as heck.
And I think that's where like the stories come in handy, because you can still share what you're doing as a creator and an influencer, getting invited to these events, but you don't have to like do a full video. Like if you want to showcase it at all, like a few stories are really, I think, kind in that sense of the invite.
A couple tags here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, stories were always just they were about anyway, like the
Mm-hmm.
promo gifts and all that. But now you see influencers doing a full-on post on promo gifts.
Yeah, I
The Area 15 one, I remember there were a few that brought out. And I guess because they make it more impressive, like the PR company, the agency tries to be more creative with it.
and that was kind of like what happened with MGM. They worked with me to do the shoey, and a lot of creators in the city got that as like a PR gift, and I was lucky enough to be one of the few that made an actual video out of it. But it was such a cool PR gift that it would have been cool for everyone to make a video of it. They could have went and did really good content off that type of gift, in my opinion. So I think it depends on what the gift is for the PR, you know, that you want, if you want to make a video on it or not.
Right.
True. For those that don't know, yeah, MGM sent like this F1 racing shoe
Yeah.
to a bunch of us with Red Bull and what was the other one, vodka?
Should have brought it.
And then, yeah.
Oh, I know. I should have brought
Could
it.
all taken shoeys.
Did everyone get,
We all have them. Shoot.
did everyone get the same side of the foot? Because
I think
wonder if you can.
I thought it was the same side, and just all the numbers are different, but maybe I'm wrong. I actually don't know. That'd be cool.
Someone could put them on.
Yeah, I don't think it would
I think
fit
they're
me.
small. Yeah.
Those are pretty small. I don't know if they'll fit my foot.
But yes, that's true. I mean, the shoey was cool. But I think maybe there are some tips that an agency could get on, instead of just asking them to post, hoping that they'll post, because the content's so good that they can't just do just stories with it, right?
Yeah.
So whether that's amazing presentation on food or an incredible Instagram wall setup or something like that. But I don't know. Do you have any tips or advice for an agency on what would get you to post if you were at an event?
For just an event?
Yeah.
So I went to an event recently with the outlets here, and if they're giving you something that is so exciting, you want to do more for them. So we received a gift card to go shopping after. And when you receive that, you want to show them love back, you know, and let them know that you appreciate it. So I think that's a huge one.
Yeah.
That's true.
I agree. I think it's, for me, it would be, I love the events that, because obviously we're primarily in the food realm, the three of us. And I think that if the meal is a full sit-down meal that I can showcase, and like I said, it shows the customer experience even at the grand opening or the media event, I'm more likely to film, because I feel like I'm getting something my audience will appreciate. Me, like, rather than just saying, like, I went to this influencer event. They don't really, in my opinion, my audience doesn't like that, I've noticed. So.
Interesting. And so a lot of people are going to ask anyways, how do you get on the email list? I don't know if I have an answer for that.
I don't have an answer. One day it just happened.
I think they do their research for sure. They kind of look at people's posts and see what they're doing, and you know, they'll just add you if they think your content is good. I think it's also a lot of networking in person, like just kind of meeting the right people, you know, just putting your name out there, you know, sticking around after events to, you know, meet the head of marketing or whatever, you know, and just like put your name out there, put a smile to the face. So
I think, yeah. Is yours different?
I think it's evolved over time. In the beginning, we were adding ourselves to lists and reaching out, and now they know what they want. They know how to find it. So I think they just have these lists already put together. Maybe every once in a while they'll add someone, but I think they have some solid lists going on that they're good with.
Yeah, I think the answer, my advice would be, if you're putting out content and you're tagging brands and you align with the companies that you want to work with or receive PR from, they will find you. That would be what my best advice would be. Like, put out the content and see what happens.
Yeah, I think just keep trucking along.
Yeah.
Yeah, good content will always get noticed, especially in this town.
Yes, our town we have a small group of influencers for how big of a city we are. So I definitely think there's room for growth there for a lot of people.
And I know there's websites like Social Blade, Upfluence, or Be Influence, and other things where a lot of the agencies will pay for a subscription, and that gives them like the grades for everyone's accounts.
That reminds me, there are a lot of platforms that I'm on. I don't know about you guys, but
I'm on a few, yeah.
you set it up with you link all of your accounts and everything, and you can either pitch to companies through the platforms or they can search for you. And so I think that's huge, just being everywhere you can be in case that's what they're using.
Yeah.
That's a great suggestion. I only know of like Social Native and a couple others, but are there any other ones to look out for?
Aspire is great. I get a lot of partnerships through that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you
Good
use
to
any,
know.
Cody?
I'm in I think it's obviously, obvious.ly. That's one of the ones I get a lot of emails from. Then just a few random like brands or companies from websites, but I don't pay attention to the website name. I know that's really bad. It's really bad.
It's hard to tell in the emails what seems legit or not.
Yeah.
A lot of times. And if you click on that one thing, all of a sudden your Facebook is gone or something like that.
Yes.
Oh, that happened to you, huh?
It didn't happen to me. It happened
okay.
to
Other
one of the other foodies recently. She lost her.
whole
I'm
Facebook?
so terrified of that. I probably delete some good emails because I'm too scared to click.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. It's better to err on the side of caution and just delete the email
Yeah.
for sure. So it's hard to tell what agencies are legit and how many there are. But yeah, I think sticking with tried and true, trusted brands like those two would be the good way to go. Before we get into the greatest event I believe any of us have been to, what are your personal top 3 events you've ever attended? It doesn't have to be Vegas or places you've gone. So give me your number 3 and 2.
3 and 2.
Yeah.
Are you just assuming the first one's all of our first
Am I
one? I'm
wrong?
just kidding. No.
You're not wrong.
Do you want to go? Do you have?
Sure. Okay, so just top events. Number 3 would probably be I went to Memphis with St. Jude. That was an incredible trip for multiple reasons. That was last year. And, they put us in an amazing hotel and we had events every single day, but you were speaking with these kids, but you were also, they did a good balance of like happy, we got to design custom cowboy hats and different things like that. And then number 2 would be I had a partnership with Kalia by Carrie Underwood. So I was in, I want to say Philadelphia for that. And it was insane. There were, I want to say 10 of us. We went to incredible restaurants, had workouts, unlimited clothing. It was so cool.
Damn.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
How many days in Philly?
3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm now a lifestyle influencer.
You got one foot in the door already. Anyway.
Just want to let everyone know in case you're listening.
It's local lifestyler.
Yeah, local lifestyle living. But that's so cool. Wow. My favorite, now I'm not even competing. I'm just going to go crawl under a rock.
No.
I would say my second favorite, I mentioned it before, was Resorts World because the invite was awesome. It was very unique. And then when we got there, we were dressed head to toe in black tie affair. And then we got to walk to every single restaurant and all the restaurants were open. So we got to try all the food. And that was, a dream. You get to try a whole casino's restaurant spread before the public does. That was so cool. And then my second would either be, I'm going to say either because Peter Lugar. Lugar.
Yeah.
They did that whole spread of seafood and it was just amazing. And then I loved Wakuta, Venetian. Their setup was also fantastic. I actually might put that as my third favorite because they had someone making origami and teaching you how to make origami. They had a sake huge tub of sake that they were like pouring out of. The lead chef, the head chef, was cutting sushi like right in front of you and then feeding it to us. And I don't know, I thought that was really cool. That was a really, really, really good event.
That was a really
So
fun
cool.
event.
Yeah.
I agree. Peter Luger buffet would be, top 3 if I
That was really
had
good.
gone.
Yeah. Fuck. You should have went.
Still a buffet though.
Okay, guys, if you're listening and you're part of their PR team, you need to invite him because he is the biggest fan of this place.
Fucking love it.
I think he would drown
times have you
himself
been
in
now?
the sauce and the steak and the
Only
lobster.
3.
3.
In Vegas.
Only 3.
Only
Vegas.
3 times.
Only 3 times.
Open.
Well, there's so many choices.
I know, but that's a lot.
Season parking fucking sucks.
It does, yeah, but that's still a lot for a restaurant. For
It is
you,
for me.
because you like,
Yeah.
I think being a regular at a place would be 4 times a year. Wow. I think. For
I
sure.
think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Dedic-
2 probably. Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, JT, how about for you? What are some events you liked?
Let's see. Third would be so I just started my account maybe like within the first 6 months, and I got invited to a Fleming Steakhouse.
Oh.
And they like gave us Uber credits to and from so we could drink, as much as we wanted. We rolled up. It was like a red carpet event. Like they were popping champagnes with like swords and stuff. And then we went in and had like a 3-course dinner, sit down, like very, very like fancy. And then drank as much as you want. There was like plenty of wine to go around, and then called the Uber back home, and I was super, super buzzed.
Nice.
That's
I
fun.
love when
Yeah, it was
they
a great-
provide transportation.
Yes.
That we should add that to the list
It's
of
huge,
what makes
Uber.
you.
Well, did any of you guys go to you went to the Cosmo event that they sent us, the captain?
yeah.
Did you
Private?
use the captain?
I did.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
phenomenal.
The captain showed up. That's an event I did a video on because I was like, they're dedicating themselves to us. I'm going to do a video.
Right.
They sent me a Tesla where the wings went up on the side. I'm like freaking out outside my house. It's like, oh my gosh, who does this?
It was cool.
They do.
And that is a thing. So I know in other cities like New York City, that's a big thing where they provide transportation because it's such a pain in the ass to use the subway, especially later at night. And that is a big reason why people will show up for the event for sure.
Use the
So that is a good thing.
transportation.
But Captain was pretty awesome. Black car, all Teslas.
Yeah,
That wasn't
Tesla.
self-driving, was it?
No.
No, but if you're looking for a new, I don't know, driving company that like is not better than Uber, but more sophisticated, I would say Captain because all of their drivers are in like suits. So you feel like you're like, Bell Limousine when you hire it, they look clean and yeah, it's like that. So they make sure their drivers are put together and vetted, and I know Uber vets their drivers too, but they don't have to wear a suit.
It's like a level up.
Yeah, it's like
Cool, I
level
haven't
up.
done that.
Yeah, we used it for our anniversary a couple years ago.
That's cool.
After they gave us a coupon, I think from that event.
Cool.
Yeah.
Bro.
But it was cool. I don't remember if I did a post for that event. But
Really?
Yeah, it was really awesome.
We got like 20 drinks.
It was awesome.
It was
was a
so
lot of
bad.
drinks.
I was so didn't we go eat after?
We
yeah,
went to
we
Zuma
went to
after.
Zuma.
Oh my.
Oh, that's
Oh my
my
God.
favorite restaurant.
Zoom was
So
amazing.
good.
They recognized him. It was great. It
Nice.
was a great
I
experience.
go there enough.
Yeah.
So, and then for me, it was travel events would be number 2. 17PR flew me and Starfish out to Miami to check out Villa Azor before they opened. So we did 3 days there. A lot of fun events, cocktail mixing, cooking classes, yoga on the beach, bunch of other stuff, and it was just a great time. And then number 3 would be the Virgin grand opening, where we stayed for 3 days, staycation. And it was right after the pandemic, so it was really weird to like be in a concert with hundreds of people and
Oh yeah. I remember.
see all our friends that we haven't seen in forever. So that was just quite a moment because you never knew when it was going to happen. And it finally did, and it was really cool. So shout out to, I think Curvin Doak put that one on. You did a great job.
Nice.
So let's go into Newport Beach. So how do I explain it? So it was like the theme was a pit stop in Newport Beach. So while F1 was going on, the plan was to do a luxurious 6-hour pit stop that whisked us away via private jet, a private cruise, and back all again before 5 p.m. on the same day, which was incredible. Let's talk about how the invites went. How did Newport Beach reach out to you guys?
DM.
DM?
Email.
I think it was email. I almost didn't believe it at first. I was like, this is too good to be true.
Yes,
Almost hit delete.
I remember the moment I got the email. I was standing waiting for a Euro in Greece, and I'm like, Charlie.
That's right,
Yeah, I was in Greece, and I like got the email, and I was like, wait, it really says like visit Newport as like the profile page. I'm like clicking it. Charlie's like, it's a fake profile, and I'm like, I don't think so. And he's like, who is going to invite you on a private jet, Cody? And I was like, good point, babe. We're moving up in this world, okay?
funny.
No, and then and I freaked out, and I was like jumping up and down, and I was so excited because I'm like, I think it's real, and so I like DM'd them back so quick
Yeah.
because I was like, oh,
I think
so
within
cool.
the hour.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think the DM made it real because if it was an email, I might have deleted it too.
See,
Yeah.
I followed them for a couple years beforehand, so I knew immediately. I had seen them do some really cool events in the past, so I knew right away.
That was
and I
real.
was so excited. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So it was incredible. So, and then before we had arrived, we didn't really know who else was being invited, and it was kind of weird because you don't want to ask friends, "Hey, are you doing this?"
See,
private
I
jet
did that,
thing?"
and then I was.
And you feel like shit
feel
because
bad.
they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember, I don't know which one of you asked me. I think it was you, Phil, who was like, did you get invited to Newport? And it was like on the DL how you asked me. And I was like, yeah, I did.
And then we were in a group text predicting
Yep.
who else was going to be at the event.
Yep.
And we each made a list, and we totally whiffed. And you were the only, you were on Cody's list. You were the only one
that's
that
funny.
actually was. a
I
part
was
of
like,
it.
I
It was
think
cool.
this is going to be a lifestyle food. I was like, they can't invite all foodies. I think that they're going to divide it into categories. And I said, I think some outside of the city foodie or influencers are going to join. And then there's 2 people from F1
Yes.
who did influencing for F1. So
And then I knew Lynn had messaged me, asked me if I was going, because we usually end up at the same events. So I knew she was going, and then I was trying to figure out who else. And then Lindsay told me you guys were going. So I
Okay.
kind of knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
lucky you.
Were you familiar with anyone else besides Lynn in the group?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it
I
was-
knew of you guys.
Right.
Yeah. But it was such a good group. I've been on a lot of influencer trips where it's kind of toxic, and it was just such a good, friendly, fun vibe. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was great too. I thought everyone was so sweet and like it didn't feel like there was like competition in the shots. It was like we're all just enjoying and whatever shots we get.
Yeah.
And it was really good. Also, the alcohol didn't help. Or it did help. It
Definitely
did.
helped.
Yeah.
Can you touch upon the toxic thing at other events?
Sure. I think, like, how do I say this nicely? I think a lot of people, I'm sure you guys have noticed at events, sometimes people only want to talk to people who they can gain something from or benefit from. And I don't know. I've just been to so many events where it's very, very unfriendly, and people are smiling in the photos, and then when the cameras are gone, it's not that way at all.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I was
So-
smiling.
I think they
And it's
need-
interesting
need more
because
champagne.
I feel like with you guys, it's such a tight knit group,
Yeah.
and it's very different. There are some great local influencers, but a lot of times with what I do, it's a combination of local, and then they fly people in, and so it's interesting.
Awkward. Kind
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, I've never felt uncomfortable at an event.
That's wild
with
to
us.
hear.
Like, I think you said it perfectly. Like, the foodie community in Las Vegas is so tight knit, and I have to say it's thanks to you, like the original group, because you guys just like took everyone in as you saw them gaining traction, and I think that was fantastic because I remember when I hit 100K, Paul reached out. Drew reached out. I was already talking to you. I was kind of already talking like Lindsay on and off. I was already talking to Heather. So like everyone just kind of like surrounded me, and I was like, this is awesome. With like advice too. It wasn't like anything mean, or it was the best advice ever. And yeah, our community is so great. It's definitely not like other cities. I've heard the same thing from
Seems
other
rare
people.
what you guys have.
Well, welcome to the crew.
Welcome to the crew.
You can join us anytime.
So we're at the airport, and then we get on the shuttles to go to the plane.
Yep.
And I don't know. I didn't know what to expect, what kind of plane it was, but it was really impressive how they branded it out as Newport Beach Airlines and Champagne right away. We took our time taking the pictures of people like pretending to get on.
Yeah.
the plane
Gotta
and
get
all
that
It
shot.
took a while.
Yeah, but I think everyone was really cordial about it and just knew that everyone needed to get that done.
Well, even Lynn, I believe it was Lynn who looked at me and she's like, "You got your photo and everything." I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes, thank you." Like everyone was just so caring about making sure we all got the content we needed. But yeah, we took a hot second. But that's the point.
But they knew too. They kind of knew that we were gonna have to like take some.
I think
time,
they were-
take some extra takes and whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they
and
were
they
on their
wanted
game.
that.
I think they like had everything thought out. I think in their head they were like, right when we get to the plane, there's going to be a little shoot.
Yeah.
Like they already had that scheduled.
Right.
That wasn't a surprise to them. I think they were 20 steps ahead of us the entire day.
They thought of every single detail the entire time.
Yeah.
From the branded snacks on the plane to stepping off the plane once we landed. Every single thing I was like, is this real life? It was awesome.
The airplane hangar was. I was blown away. I did not expect. I remember it wasn't you and I when we saw the old Porsches. We're like, is this real? We're
What are
gonna
these
ride in
Porsches
those.
doing here?
See, I thought they were just a photo op.
Yeah.
And then they were like, all right, everyone get in the cars.
It was
yeah, the
best.
guys were just
So
standing
fun.
there
Yeah.
in their suits, just kind of
Waiting for
waiting.
us.
And as we were drinking more and more, we're like, are we getting in this? Like, is this actually happening? But I love that the itinerary did not divulge everything. You know, there's always this element of surprise and a natural just
Wow factor.
wow what was happening.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys been on a private jet?
Oh yeah, every
first time.
weekend.
First time, but not the last.
First time, not the last. There you go. Yeah.
Right.
I'm
And-
just kidding. Not every weekend, by the way.
But can be
It was just
if you want me to.
if you want me to. I'm game.
So once we get off the plane, we get to the hangar. So it's set up where it's like a 50s, 60s old school style, where the two ladies dressed up as flight attendants, kind of like photo ops, more champagne, and then the old school 50s, 60s Porsches, and then I don't know any other like feelings about the hangar or.
I think it was just so well done. Like it looked like a legit like hangar from like they took it out of the 60s or 50s or whatever, and like the attendants all had the costumes on point, and like I remember getting off the plane and we're like, oh, we're getting in these these SUVs. All right, we're gonna go to the yacht
yacht.
now, and like 30 seconds later they take us around the corner and it's like just this whole massive hangar of just.
I think it really brought it all together, though. Like, I think that part of it brought the Newport Beach Airways together because you saw their, like, I don't know, their branding of it, and obviously the flight attendants and the cars. That was like their showpiece to bring the boat and the plane to one part, I think, in my opinion.
For sure.
I think they did an amazing job. I could have done without the champagne there, but it was.
You're the
I
only
thought it was
you're the
great.
only one. I don't know what you're talking about.
I was like drinking it, and I'm like, wow, this is just the start. And then we rolled into the yacht, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. It's always a nice
no.
touch, too, when they have a photographer and videographer. I feel like
Right.
you can enjoy the moment more.
True.
And not to jump ahead, but I loved, when we stepped off the plane, they were shooting it. By the time we were sitting down eating, they were giving us content to post. I had this awesome photo. It was just nice to have
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, let's backtrack to the blue carpet.
Oh my
As
gosh.
soon as we got off the plane, there was a crew of paparazzi right there.
I wish I would have known about that part because I was like, this is a lot. I was like taken back. I was like, okay, is there a back door? Like, that was my opinion. Like, it was
That's
overwhelming.
funny. See, I loved it.
That's
I loved every
great.
I'm like, let's do this again. I'm going to walk off the plane a second time, make sure we got the shot.
Totally.
I love that.
Totally.
The plane with the tail with the cards was also a
Yes.
nice detail that, didn't go unnoticed for sure. Like that was so cool.
Yeah, they
Have
did
it
it.
be
They thought of
to and
all
from
of it.
Vegas.
They're proof that the small details actually matter when you're planning an event, though. Because even, like as she said, the snacks and the blankets that were on the back of the seats, like obviously those were not needed, but it created the atmosphere And yeah, and then obviously, yeah, when we got on, they gave us more things.
The checkered flags of this, yeah.
And this,
Just unlimited
this-
swag.
Take me back.
Luggage tag.
I know the luggage tag is so
cool.
cute.
And that goes back to, making you feel special, right? Like making
Yes.
you like really personalizing everything, going that extra mile so that, in return that you're also able to go that extra mile for them.
Yeah. And I thought it was great because they used it for their own content. So they were doing this not only for the creators that they invited, but they were doing it for themselves. Like that's why they had such a fancy camera crew, and they had the drone, and they had the setup. They wanted to put it on their social medias too. And I think that would be, you asked for kind of, I don't know if you said advice towards PR and marketing, but that's what I would do. I would use the events and things they're throwing for us as a way to shoot content for themselves.
Yeah,
Like if it can go on their profile, then it can probably go on ours.
for sure.
And that's what I think they did really well. Whatever they wanted to see, that's what we got to see.
Yeah.
So
Totally. I actually talked to Aaron and Ashley and the crew from Newport Beach, let him know we were going to do this.
Oh.
And they were super excited. And
They were so sweet.
Yeah, after I was looking through the confidentiality agreement, they were totally fine with,
Oh, nice.
with whatever. And that was also an interesting thing too, to have a contract for an event like that. But it was
well,
cool.
I never signed it. I didn't get anything. So,
I
Aaron,
love-
if you're listening to this, I realized that when I was on the plane. But so I'm sorry. I didn't know there was one.
Okay.
Also, I loved their outfits.
Oh my
They
gosh.
had these one-piece checkered outfits, and they were adorable.
Yeah, they matched that's why I said all those small details.
Yeah.
And they put all the patches on. Oh, they did great.
It was great. So after the hangar, we get in the Porsches and
Squeeze into the Porsche.
squeeze into Porsches. It was a little tight fit. I don't know how it was for you
I was
guys.
with Aaron, I believe. I was in the front, so I was fine.
Yeah.
And I was with the lead guy who was like the coordinator of all the Porsches.
Okay.
So I got to see the behind the scenes of them, like knowing where to pull in, where to park. I asked them all about like the Porsches and how they work, and it was cool. Asked them why there's not license plates on them or seatbelts, because I was like, "How do you drive without seatbelts on the streets?" And he was like, "It's fine." Okay.
I was with Lynn, and we were nice and comfy, but I saw your car, and I was feeling a little guilty. You guys were crammed.
Oh, I was definitely cramped.
I was
I
squished
think it was
in
you
the
who
back.
tripped getting out of the car. I have it on camera.
That's possible. I don't think that was the car's fault though.
Champagne.
No.
You have that video?
I think I do.
Oh shit! I should have added it to my post.
Blow it up on the screen.
So the Porsches come. We get on the yacht. We take off our shoes. I didn't know.
Yes.
That was kind of
Yeah.
cool. And then they started serving us more cocktails.
Oh, with
Delicious
but they were so
cocktails.
cute. They had our names on
Oh,
the
yeah,
bottles.
yeah.
That was my favorite. We like walked up. They had all the bottles laid out with all of our names. They picked up our bottle to pour it into the drink and serve it. So it was like it's like a tableside experience at a restaurant. You love when things are interactive, and they made this very simple experience more complicated, and that was beautiful.
I think that was Prosecco, right?
I don't know what it was, but it was in a
delicious.
thing, and then it went in my cup, and then I drank.
review
I don't think it
the video
matters after the
somebody
third
poured.
glass of champagne.
Yeah, everything tasted like Prosecco. Like my taste buds were just Prosecco.
That's funny. I loved the live music when we stepped on as well. It's like the combination of the DJ with the live music, and it was just such a nice vibe getting on.
I said this in my video. I was like, maybe this is my bachelorette experience. Newport, if you're listening, I would love to work with you guys on that. I'm not even engaged. Don't even know when that's happening.
Charlie.
But dun, dun, dun. But yeah, that would be that whole experience was just beautiful.
And what a beautiful day too. The most perfect weather.
The
weather.
Like it's a slight breeze.
Yeah.
Sunny.
Beautiful.
Yeah. A lot of great photo ops on the yacht, videos, right up front. Were super cool. The meal was good.
Meal was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love how the chef came out too and talked at the end.
Yeah.
Really explained everything. Brought a full circle to the dinner experience or the lunch experience.
Paired lunch menu.
I
With
know.
cocktails, with every
That's what I
single course.
said.
Yeah.
It was just I could not drink at the hangar.
And then so after that, we headed back to the airport. A couple more photo ops like on the way,
Nobody wanted to leave. Nobody
Nobody
wanted to get
wanted
back on the plane.
No.
Yeah, it was sad. It was sad.
That was the worst part of the whole day.
Then they served us pizza and
Pizza
wings.
and wings.
Yes.
on
More
the plane.
food.
More food.
I loved that.
Yeah.
was
Did you
nice.
get any of the pizza?
Oh, I had it all. The
Oh.
chips, guac, pizza.
Oh, yeah,
We
yeah.
were trying
We
so
were
hard to
playing.
do a card trick.
Yeah, you
but
guys were getting your
we-
shot. I'm
they-
over there just
Yeah,
chowing down.
they took the pizza as they were taking pizza. I'm like, oh, we're about to land. That's how long this card thing took. It was great though. I had so much fun.
It ended up working out. Thanks to Angelina. Thanks to you for the
Oh,
direction.
so good.
Yeah.
Cool clip.
And but yeah, I think a lot of times when we've kind of sometimes set up events and you have those nerves of if it's going to run smoothly, is it going to come out, what's going to, fuck up here. But it was seamless. I mean, they just had everything going. And if something kind of didn't work out that way, I mean, we didn't notice.
Yeah,
No.
Not at
no.
all.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Flawless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need a raise.
Yeah.
So they just do the great events.
They did give us Uber credits.
Yep.
That
as
was
well.
wonderful.
They gave us what, $100?
I don't know. I didn't accept it.
Oh.
Charlie took me and
Oh, that's
picked
right.
me up.
And then you went.
I went
took
with
you back.
yeah.
Yeah, we took you home.
That was great.
Charlie says we were smashed. So that says a lot about that event.
We get in the car and he's like, y'all both smell like booze.
Yeah.
Funny.
I was like, I'm sorry. As I'm chugging outside the car to the champagne that the lady from the
plastic
jet.
cup.
Yeah, she was pouring as I was leaving the jet. She's like, well, don't want this to go to waste. And I'm like,
That's right.
I was like, you're right, but this is not okay. I went home and just fell asleep, I think. I don't even remember.
Oh man, I changed in the car and then I went to F1.
Oh,
I
well,
went home. I was
Guys,
exhausted.
oh,
I think I took a nap on the plane ride home
That's smart.
because I
Smart
had
move.
to take a little power.
how fun
nap
was
and-
F1 though?
It was cool. I didn't know what to expect. It was interesting.
You went with Visit Singapore, right? Was
The
that
first
that
night I went with
yeah.
Cox Communications, and then the
Oh.
next night I went with Visit Singapore.
That's what I remember talking to you about.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
It was cool.
What was
It's interesting because the cars are going by so fast that I noticed it's like you like the sound of being there, of hearing them zoom by, but then everyone's actually watching the screen to see what's happening.
So you're there for the environment.
I think so.
I feel like it's like going to like a bar for a football game. You're
Yeah.
there for the environment.
Yeah, it was cool.
It's so cool.
Where was the Cox one held?
Oh, what's it called? It's like an outdoor
Ocean Prime?
Ellis.
Ellis
Oh,
Island?
Ellis Island.
Yeah,
Oh.
they have a deck,
Oh,
so it
yeah.
was out there.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who did it better, Singapore or Cox Communications?
Oh well, I love them both.
Okay.
But
Nice
the Singapore one was pretty cool. It was at
Sushi Roku.
Sushi
right?
Roku.
Yeah,
Yes.
great
So we had
restaurant.
just so endless amounts of sushi and a really cool view.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
And
Um,
Rod Stewart ate with us, so that was cool.
Rod
What?
Stewart.
What?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Jesus. All right. Well, your day got even cooler.
Yeah, I know. I went home and slept. So
How do you keep it together after the whole day? You just, or maybe.
I don't know. I really had to power through. There were a few times I almost canceled both events. I was like, I could just go home right now.
Right.
But it's like a once in a lifetime experience. So every once in a while I can handle a late night, but it's pretty rare. Usually I'm in bed by like 9 o'clock. And F1 starts so late.
Yes.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, I think. Yeah,
so fun though.
it was cool.
It's cool that you got to go.
Did you guys do any other notable F1 events that weekend?
No.
That
I mean, we
was-
went to the Allegiant.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
you
yeah.
guys
that was
did.
fun. That
What was
cool.
it?
With JP. What is it called? Culinary kickoff.
Oh, that looked really
That was the
cool.
night before.
That was the night before.
Yeah, that was the night before.
Yeah, that
it was
looked
cool.
fun.
Some good dishes, and we were on the what was that? The deck.
Yeah, where the torches.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun.
I was hoping it was going to be on the field,
Yeah.
but no.
You have to view the field though.
Yeah.
Took a picture with Todd English and his daughter,
Oh yeah,
Cool.
that's right. That's right.
Belle. Yeah.
And got to meet.
So there's some notable
Was it-
people
what was-
there.
What was that dish? It was the lobster. Was it tempura? No.
I have to look back on the photos. I don't remember where I ate yesterday, so
You were with me yesterday. We went to
that
Bulldogies
felt
and
like a jillion years ago. But yes,
Wow.
yeah, it was a long ass day yesterday.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
okay.
on average, how many restaurants do you guys go to in a week, do you think?
at least 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
at least 5.
Yeah,
That I'm filming or just eating?
Filming.
Oh, filming? Oh, I don't know. It just depends on the week. Like yesterday, I filmed 3 places just in a day.
Wow.
But I feel like it just could go, yeah, it could be none or it could be the whole week and I could be filming 2 times a day. I feel like.
Yeah.
You guys too? No?
I usually just try to keep it to 1.
I just do
One a week,
dinner
one a day.
usually.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes I do lunch and dinner, but it just depends on the day.
it's
Yeah,
rare.
that's what I was, yeah.
The 2 lunches, the 2 dinners are out
Yeah, no.
for sure now.
Remember when we did that?
Yeah, when we had to go
Like
like
5
back to
and
back.
5 in a day.
Oh, that
Like
was
starting at 9
exhausting.
a.m.
Yeah, we sound like such divas.
That was no
Rough life,
this
rough
food.
life.
But I think it's exhausting when you're just eating like the whole time.
It is.
Like guys, eat for 5 hours straight. You'll feel tortured at one point. Not that I regret it at all, but it's a lot of food, a lot of calories.
Do you ever get invited to food events?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you say yes or
Occasionally.
occasionally?
Yeah. It just depends on the schedule. My husband's a first responder too, so if he's home, I'm more likely to go because I don't have to deal with the sitter and all that. But, there was one I really regretted not going to recently. It was Ha Salon or...
Oh, yeah.
I thought a hair salon was emailing me the whole time. And I was like, these people... I was like, what is going on? I kept deleting. And then I saw the event and I was like, are you kidding me? I passed that up. It looked awesome.
It was fun.
I was there. That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you guys went. Yeah, better than paying, which I did. $18 for spinach was not worth it. So, yeah, I think the event would
Is
have
it
been.
as active when you like go for like I went for a media preview, which we went to a different event, I believe.
Did we?
Oh,
I think I went to the grand opening.
Okay,
and
so
it was buffet style.
I went to like a media event. It was full sit down. Like they did the plates to us, but no one like got up on the chairs because it was all execs and like higher ups and So is it like when you go on a normal night?
it was pretty low key.
It's
There
low
was
key. No one's
DJ.
like getting up and like
No, they said it happens some nights, but not every night.
that's sad.
Gotcha.
I want to go back, but I want to make sure like I go back and experience that.
I think
So
you have to
it's
go
like
late
that.
at night.
I didn't know. I thought that was
Later
only
in the
for
night.
the event. So they actually have
Like
that
there-
environment on
I
the regular.
guess I don't know if this is correct, but I guess the girl who like manages it was brought in from their New York location because they wanted it to be like go and fun and the napkin. What is this called? Is there a name
Twirling?
for this?
Twirling.
Napkin twirling. But when I was there, she was trying. She was up on the tables and stuff, and because I think of the crowd I was in, it was not happening. But when you went, it was happening.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering if when you paid, was it happening? But no.
So I was reading about it. So like Fridays and Saturday nights after 10 o'clock, there's a prefix menu, and which includes the party. So it's like 175 a person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then you get the party atmosphere and
Do you think they'd be disappointed if I went at like 5 p.m. and just stood on a table and just got the party started? Like,
no, I think if you got it going, then they'd be very happy about that.
count me in.
Oh, I need to go.
If you want to go with it.
Yeah, let's do it.
on the table.
No, but I prefer with events or with restaurants to just go have a dining experience. Like we're going to Q. Have you guys been there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm going there in a couple weeks, but I
Probably
prefer to
right.
just do like a date night and work with them in that capacity rather than an opening. Just
Same.
yeah, kind
Same.
of like what you were saying.
Personalized experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, because nobody wants the same content. Nobody wants the same experience, especially as time goes on. I mean, I found when setting up events, it's usually like 4 people max now, and even that's a stretch. The Golden Steer dinner that we did was, all of us are used to having our own content at all times, so it was tough to share, and it was kind of very old school 2018 that way, where we had to figure out.
You had a good group. I
Yeah,
feel
it was
like
a good group.
everybody.
But everyone knew how to work together. But still, it was kind of unusual to do that based on recent shoots for all of us.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. With group events for lifestyle accounts, is it still huge events, or like a I don't know, like a makeup store opening?
I'm trying to think. Honestly, I don't go to that many anymore, but they keep it pretty small. And lately, I feel like every event I go to, it's a different group of people, which is nice because it used to be the same people every time, and now there are obviously more influencers now, and it's fun to see who shows up. It's kind of a mystery in that way.
True.
But I haven't been to any that have just like all of us in one place. It's pretty limited.
Yeah, I think it's better that way. I think
Yeah.
the agencies know that now too, and they're well aware that it would just be the same freaking post for everyone.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be just doing lipstick, just. But I would love to talk about that maybe on a different episode, like a lifestyle thing, because that sounds so cool. The swag you get, like all the kind of.
But it
different
has to be in the hot
It's
tub.
fun. Yes,
It has
I'm only
to- it
doing it
has
in
to
the
be in the
hot
hot
tub,
tub.
okay?
I don't know how the mics are gonna work.
Can we talk about the hot tub and how that works?
Yeah, how did you end up with a hot tub?
Okay, so it's Bullfrog Spas is the hot tub, and they have a showroom here in Vegas. They have one in Montana, one in Utah, and they're these like very luxurious hot tubs. And so some of my content is about creating a peaceful home. So we've remodeled our entire house, and I share bits and pieces of that. We do it all on our own, so it's a very slow process. But they ended up following me, and they're all about creating a peaceful backyard. So they asked me if I wanted a hot tub, and ours had just broken. So I went to the showroom, and it was incredible. I mean, these spas they're like modern looking, and just it's like a level up from your typical spa. They have speakers, they connect to your phone.
What?
Each jet is customized. So I think we have 7. So one is for like neck massage, one is for wellness, one feels like a rain shower.
What?
It's so cool.
So
Okay.
cool.
Yeah. So we completely customized it, and they delivered it, and then they asked me to do a few posts about it. So yeah, that was a good one.
install it?
That's so cool.
Did you guys install it or did
No,
they
they
install it?
installed it. They brought a crane, lifted up our other one.
They brought a crane to
Whoa.
your
Yeah.
house?
Did you film that?
I did.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
It was
That
pretty
is so
crazy.
cool.
You just see the new hot tub like dangling above our whole neighborhood, and they eventually got it all set up, and they were so easy to work with. It's really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Like-
deliverables for that would be how many posts you would say?
5.
5. Okay. Very reasonable.
Was it like reeled and like
Whatever I
photo? It's just
wanted.
whatever, just 5 posts.
Yeah. And just, I mean, didn't really have a time frame or anything, so it was pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, my
a
kids.
good one.
My kids love what I do. They think I have the coolest job because they get a lot of things from it
For
as well.
sure.
So it's pretty fun.
Bullfrog just got like 50 DMs.
Bullfrog. We love
5
hot
posts. Hit me up.
Can I get a hot tub? What is that?
You
That's
get a hot
commercial.
tub.
Yeah.
You get a hot
Feeling
tub.
like Oprah.
I mean, that kind of wraps it up. Any last thoughts about events, or I don't know. I wish I had some poignant way to end this. I don't.
Oh no.
Okay.
I don't have any new invites that are like the coolest one I recently got was from Bel Air. I got like a jacket, and when you opened it, it sang the Fresh Prince of Bel Air song.
Oh, okay.
And that one was
cool.
pretty cool. It was for the Bel Air opening at Durango. That was sick. They do really good. Click Hospitality, I believe it is, does really good invites. Like they're the ones I got a saber from with the champagne bottle for the Gatsby opening. So yeah, I that's all I would add to this conversation is the cool invites. Those two are really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hoping to get more invites soon.
Yes.
Close up on her face.
Directly in the camera. If you want to campaign for yourself,
Yeah.
look directly in the camera.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
Okay. Well, thanks for being here, guys. Really appreciate it. It was definitely enlightening and really fun to kind of look back on the greatest events
So
we've ever
fun.
done.
Yeah, super excited for more to come, hopefully for all of us. And
Newport Super Bowl.
yeah, Newport Super Bowl would be so cool.
Nice.
We'd love to show a day going there and coming back before Super Bowl.
Yes.
Oh, before we end, can we talk about FOMO a little bit?
Yeah.
Because there was major FOMO, obviously, from a lot of people. Like, why wasn't, the thing is, why wasn't I invited? Why was it so-and-so? Why was it this? Why was it that? But
I think it happens to all of us with certain events. And I think from my perspective, I just try to think if there are certain brands I have on my mind, I try to show them love and put it out there in a way so that I don't have that feeling or regrets. Or if I do see that someone got something I didn't, now I know in the future, engage with that brand and introduce myself and things like that. Do what I can to help my cause.
I agree. Do you guys have FOMO for like not getting invited to events?
Not I.
I would
Not
have
real-
if I
not-
didn't get invited to
not
them.
really.
I feel like for certain things, so like I don't know. I feel like my time will come. So I'm not like, I don't feel FOMO about the events I don't get to do. Because I'm like, one day I'll get a cool event. And like maybe Newport was that event for me. Like that was the cool event. But someone else is going to get something that I'm like, wow, that's cool. I don't know if I'll feel FOMO. I just am like, it makes me want to work harder on my profile, kind of like what you're saying, so that I get something else and that I get to share it with my audience. So I'm like, what? I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying in that way. But I don't know if I get FOMO. The only one I got FOMO, I got FOMO for Found Blue so bad. That was the one I think I was like, who do I have to talk to hopefully go to that grand opening? I know like no one got an invite except Vegas Starfish because she's Jen.
Deservedly
and
so.
yeah, she should get invited. But that one was when I was like, damn, how do I get invited? I want to go so
Yeah,
bad.
that one looked pretty awesome.
Yeah, that one was so cool.
But I like what you were saying. Take a proactive approach. Maybe send them a media kit for consideration instead of just an angry email of why wasn't I invited, which has happened. I know that's happened in our circles to PR companies. And I think that automatically takes them off the list if they act that way, right?
Yeah.
But I think there are just so many creators in Vegas, and you can give a thousand reasons why anyone could be deserving of the spot. And I mean, fortunately for the Newport event, we were, but I mean, they could have gone a lot of different directions there.
Oh, 100%. There was a lot of deserving people, and I definitely wish that the jet was larger. Maybe they can work with the United Airlines next time and fill the whole thing.
Be fun.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
Commercial.
I'm just kidding.
Never flying
definitely-
commercial again.
How dare I say commercial?
That would have been a crazy party though if it was a commercial
Like,
flight
well,
with all
isn't
that
it
champagne.
Virgin? Isn't it Virgin that like they have that like party lighting?
Yes.
See, imagine
kind of
like
like a limo.
imagine them like decking out a Virgin airplane. This does not have to be Newport. This could be Miami. This sounds very Miami. Like they deck out a Virgin airplane, like they just put all of us on a plane and we just go to Miami. Like Vegas takes over Miami. I'm pitching Miami's travel board tomorrow.
I thought they don't have
First
Virgin airplanes anymore. They got bought out by Alaska.
They don't.
did they?
They do have cruises.
They do have cruises, so a cruise would be fun if you guys want to do a foodie cruise.
You know, I was right, but the week before everything shut down for COVID, I was supposed to go on a trip with Revolve, which is a clothing brand.
That I
And
heard
it
their
was-
trips are epic.
It was like one of the ship's first sails, and we were supposed to go, and then we had our flights. They sent us outfits for the entire thing.
Wow.
And then everything shut down. And
Aren't you
I
glad
never
you
went.
weren't on a cruise though? Because I heard the cruises.
People got trapped.
Yeah, that would have been sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was probably a blessing. I mean,
So we should pitch that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Virgin
That's so
Cruises.
Cool. Do you think Revolve would work with Las Vegas foodies?
Potentially.
I'm really showing off my style in this Pizza Hut.
right. What kind of outfits are they
Yeah,
set up?
what type of outfits do you want to dress us in? We need help.
Sweatpants.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for being on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks
was
for having
fun.
us.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. See you guys next week or whenever.